foundations. And so we're going to have a helper help us in just a minute with that. I just wanted to make sure that you know a resource that you can find on robertjonesbeauty.com. He's a makeup artist that I absolutely love, and he trains lots and lots of Mary Kay consultants. The chart that you're going to be looking for looks just like this, and it is the foundation chart. You can see that it has undertones: pink, yellow, olive, golden orange, and warm brown. And I'm going to teach you how to match foundations within these undertone colors. So what's going to happen is, the first thing you want to do is you always want to ask your guest, what happens to your skin when you get out in the sun? Does your skin sunburn easily? And if it does, will you eventually get a tan? That's the majority of the population. The majority of the Caucasian and Hispanic women out there will sunburn a little bit easily, but then they can tan. And so that might be you. Think about someone you know that fits that criteria. That is my undertone. That means that I am a yellow undertone. And you'll see that on this chart. The second criteria is someone may say, I sunburn easily, but I don't ever tan. And so ask those questions to find that out. If someone sunburns easily and then she sunburns and goes back white and sunburns and goes back white, and all summer long that's what she would do if she were to get out in the sun, then she absolutely is a pink undertone. Think of someone you know that fits that. Maybe you know someone that she always sunburns. A lot of times redheads are that way. And then the third person is the person that says, I only tan. I get darker and darker and darker. I don't ever sunburn. That person is usually an olive undertone. So once you determine their undertone, pink, olive, or yellow, then that is where you begin to stripe test them. So I'm going to give you an example with my friend Desiree. So Desiree, come on over. She's so great to help us today. So Desiree, actually, why don't you stand on this side right here. Okay, so I'm going to ask Desiree that question. So Desiree, when you get out in the sun, if it was the first sunny day of the year and you were out for hours, would you sunburn?
A little tiny bit, and then I would just tan and tan.
You get darker and darker and darker. Okay, that means you're a yellow undertone, and the majority of the population is yellow. And so this chart has the yellow undertone in all of the colors. And Desiree, since you're a new consultant too, you can see that under the yellow undertone, these are the colors that have that type of undertone. So ivory colors are going to be for those people who are very fair, obviously. Then the beiges, then the bronzes. Bronzes are for people who actually are ebony-skinned women. That doesn't mean they're tan. That means they're ebony, African-American, really dark skin. And so just looking at Desiree, we can see right now she looks like she's on that cusp of being beige. When she doesn't have much of a tan, she might be in the ivory category. So Desiree, I'm going to start with the darkest ivories and the lightest beige, and I'm going to do a stripe on your jaw. And actually, you guys, I'm going to demonstrate how to do this, but I'm going to ask Desiree to do it because we have a no-touching policy in Mary Kay. So let me find those colors. Ivory 7 is a yellow undertone, so I am looking for Ivory 5 and Ivory 4. I should have already had those out, but I'll have it in a jiffy. Ivory 5. Actually, Ivory 5 and Beige 1 because she's on that cusp of going beige. Hold that one for me, please. Okay, it's not going to be in that top pocket. So we will start with that one, and then we'll do the second pocket. You're going to want to squirt the foundation on one of the trays that comes in your starter kit. So, as the consultant, you would squirt a little on there. And then in the mirror, Desiree, go ahead and take this. And what I want you to do, Desiree, is dip your finger in there, and I want you to do a vertical stripe going downward on your neck, kind of starting at your jaw and going down. And look in the mirror where you can see. We're looking for the color that just disappears. Just keep striping and striping. Just keep blending and watch how it disappears or doesn't. The right color is going to disappear on her skin. The goal is always to match the neck. That's always the goal, match the neck. Women don't put makeup on their necks necessarily, but we want this to look the same color as this. And so that's why we stripe the neck. That is perfect, actually. Okay, so she's a beige 1. Absolutely perfect. I got it spot on. But had you not got it spot on, here's what you might see. It might look kind of chalky and pasty if it's too light or if it's too pink. If I had put her in a pink undertone foundation and she's really not pink, then it would have looked possibly chalky, okay? If it looks dirty on the skin, then it's too dark or maybe even too olive. And so that's where you go down the chart. So I'm going to let y'all see this chart for just a sec. Okay, so you can see in the yellow category right there, I matched her in beige 1. If it had looked too chalky on her, it might have been too light up in here, or it might have even been too pink. And if it looked too dirty, like maybe I had her in a beige 2, then I would have come down. But I would have tried to stay in the yellow undertone category because that is my belief based on the question she answered about her undertone. If for some reason it's looking too yellow, too dirty, I might need to switch her to a pink. I might have been wrong. Or vice versa, if it's looking too chalky and I put her in a pink, I might need to switch her to a yellow or even an olive because maybe she's not pink after all. Okay, so that is your tip on how to match foundations. My other tip, Desiree, is make sure that you do 2 or 3 colors. Don't get nervous and think that you have to be right the first time. You are new, and it is okay. Even as a seasoned consultant, usually it takes me 3 different colors, and I look at all of them. And the last tip I want to give you is if you're not sure, ask her. She sees her face every day. And you can say something like, Desiree, I really like that one. It seems to match your neck, and that's the goal. What do you think about it? And she'll tell you because it's her face and she knows what she likes and doesn't like. The other thing I always tell them at the end is we're going to use this one at first, but if it looks too light or too dark, don't worry, we're going to change it. We don't want you to leave here with the wrong foundation shade. So I hope that helps. That's how you match foundations. Bye for now.